God, my lighting is so bad. Okay. Let me pull up my my comments so I'm not like every 2 seconds. Oh shit. No, I don't want to do that. Oh. We're starting off strong right off the bat. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Um Welcome to my TED Talk. Please. You guys already got it. You already know. You already have the idea. But I'm still gonna do a TED Talk anyway because, okay, well, I wanted to do this live a lot earlier and not at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But then I got depressed. And then I was like, should I still do a live? Because, I mean, maybe it'll cheer me up. Maybe it'll cheer me up. Kamusta? Hello. What time is it? Where you are? Please tell me what time it is. Is it also 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? Okay. Perfect. 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 Okay, we got it. We got it. Purr. Okay. Let me compose myself. Let me compose myself. I'm sorry my lighting is so bad right now. I do have my ring light on, but my phone is not in it. My phone is on my desk. Because I didn't want to look up like a MySpace angle. Okay. Wait, let me read the comments. I keep laughing because I'm tired and delirious, but I can't sleep because I'm sad. No. No, I'm actually not. I don't know if this is a TMI, but I'm actually thinking about not drinking anymore outside of religious ritual. And I know that's very like, that sounds very prudish, but I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about being very dedicated to that. So, while I wait for anyone else who is going to join, because I definitely did this out of nowhere. You know what? Let me put a little, let me go on Twitter and do this. Because there are just always people who miss the lives, and I feel really bad about it because I do them sporadically with no planning. Okay, I need to get off Twitter. I have not been on Twitter all day. So if there's any new controversies or anything happening, I don't know about it. But anyway, while we wait, I need to clear my desk. So I'm gonna bring you along for that. I have a bunch of Johnny photo cards sprawled about my desk, and I need to clean them up so that I can move my laptop over. So this is the past Resonance Cowboy Johnny. This is punch the final round, Johnny. This is Resonance the Future, Johnny. This is Neozone, Johnny. This is also Neozone, Johnny. This is Superhuman, Johnny. This is Regular Irregular. And this is Empathy. And now that my desk is cleared up, I'm gonna put my laptop here and we're gonna get down to it. If I can get these photo cards to go in here. Okay. Okay, back to the, is my face covered? Okay, no. Back to the conversation. Let me catch up with your comments. Okay, we got some my bromance talk. I have nothing to say. I haven't watched My Bromance 2 yet. Okay. So is oh, Taylor H-Chan. Do I have any Taylor H-Chan photo cards? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, let me get out my, I don't really have notes, but I have my drama list open, which is like having notes. So, okay. So some of you have said it already. The problem with Korean BLs overall, we're talking, the ones I'm going to talk about today are Where Your Eyes Linger, Mr. Heart, Color Rush, Wish You, and Discipline Z/Discipline, which is one that I think a lot of you haven't heard about. And it's actually one that someone recommended last time. Remind me who. Yes. I thought that was you. Okay. So I want to promo that one as well. So because I really liked it and I think it's super underrated, but okay. So the thing they are all lacking is something you already touched on. It's the length, okay? Korean BLs are not long enough. I think there is one exception. My one exception to this is Mr. Heart. And that's also why Mr. Heart was probably my favorite out of all of these, because it has more episodes, even though the episodes are shorter, so. Oh, I haven't seen Long Time No See in forever. I liked Mr. Heart. I don't know when it's going to be out because I still have some things to watch and I'm getting very behind, as I'm sure many of you are, but I do want to make a favorite BLs of 2020 video, and spoiler, Mr. Heart is going on that list 100% because I loved it so much. I usually like dramas that have like a lot of conflict and sad shit in it, but I actually like that Mr. Heart is so like upbeat. Like even the conflict in it where he has to like win the race, like that doesn't even feel as serious. So it cheered me up. I liked it and I binge watched it, as did I with the rest of these. So I would say, with the exception of Mr. Heart, I think all of these dramas deserve a second season. Okay. Let me look at the comments. Oh. Okay. Yes. If you haven't watched Mr. Heart, I'm going to start off with that. I really, really recommend it. Don't worry about a sad ending or there being a lot of tension or anything like that. There's like a minimum. It ends happy, which is very good. I think the acting is very good. I was so shook when I watched it because I recognized a lot of the cast from just being like a K-pop stan. So I felt very proud of them. And stream the OST because the man BLK is super underrated. They're a super underrated K-pop group. I think Mr. Heart is good. It's really sweet, very well done. I'm not like into sports, like in real life I don't like sports, but for some reason, and maybe you guys will relate to this, but for some reason dramas and like animes that have to do with sports I'm like all about. It's being is someone at my door? Is someone at my door?
I heard there was a Bad Girls Club reunion.
A what?
A Bad Girls Club reunion.
A Bad Girls Club reunion. Oh God.
Hi everyone. Hi Jose. ¿Cómo está?
How's your game going?
My game is going great. I got the baddest bitch in Red Dead Redemption. Period.
Okay.
But I got a little notification on my phone that there was a bad bitch
A
club.
bad bitch. I don't think that's what I named it, but maybe I should have named it that.
You should have, because I came here for the bad bitch club.
Haley is being mean. She won't watch A Tale of a Thousand Stars with me.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna watch it. I just said that not right now. She's taking my words and fucking doing miles laps with them.
Well, everyone tell her to watch the first episode of Tale of a Thousand Stars with me tomorrow.
Guys, should I start Twitch streaming?
You're bitch, you're not gonna
start Twitch streaming.
You're not going to. You need a computer setup.
Ugh. That's like expensive.
Yeah, I know. And takes up a lot of room.
Okay. Comment if you want me to be a Twitch streamer.
You're not gonna do it. Not anytime soon, at least.
Oh shit, speaking of my game.
Are you coming back?
I had to deliver my goods.
Deliver your goods. Hurry, close my door.
It was Deja.
Oh.
Yeah, the bedtime
That
police.
scared me.
The bedtime police be coming after me sometimes.
Haley's a fugitive.
I am.
She shouldn't be awake
I
right
have
now.
to leave the house at 8 a.m. and it is.
Oh, we already went over the time zone. I was like, what time is it for everyone?
But yeah, I'm gonna be a Twitch streamer and I'm gonna have a pink setup and I'm gonna shoot bitches.
You're gonna be a gamer girl?
That'd be so fun. You know what? I don't sleep.
Kind of made some points
I
there.
really don't sleep.
I don't have to be up early. Are you drinking my water? I don't have to be up early tomorrow, so I can stay on until my phone dies, which actually might be soon. But Haley came in and sidetracked the conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a Twitch streamer.
Okay.
That's my life mission. My eyes itchy.
Okay. Do you have any other things to contribute?
I don't sleep. I haven't gotten a full night of sleep in like 5 days. Because I've been doing my marking period.
Stop.
Oh my god, I love Pokimane. Well, I'm more of a Valkyrie stan, but please sleep. People are literally begging me to sleep. No, because
Really, please.
listen, the grade police, they were after me. They were on my ass for like.
Oh, I just got on. You're not late.
They were on my ass for like 2 weeks. So then I had to cram in a whole marking period's worth of work in like 4 days. So I literally didn't sleep all throughout the night and was just like.
Well,
Okay.
why did you want to high five me? My nails look so bad.
Alright, bro. Good looks. Good looks, bro. Stay safe. Stay safe.
Ew. Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler energy. For some reason, we're like obsessed with making Adam Sandler jokes recently. I guarantee you she's not going to sleep. She's going back to play Red Dead Redemption. But anyway, as I was saying, Mr. Heart, that's the first one I'm talking about, or I talked about, and I really recommend it if you haven't seen it. It's very quick to watch because the episodes are so short, but there are more episodes, kind of. Are there? Now I want to go on Viki and like compare. Anyway, my conclusion for Mr. Heart is that it's really good, really cute. If you want to be cheered up when you're sad, you should watch it. Okay. So this one was a little bit ago, but what are your thoughts on Where Your Eyes Linger? Because I feel like people's opinions on Where Your Eyes Linger are kind of split, because I've seen a lot of people saying that it wasn't that deep, like it wasn't, I don't know, a lot of people didn't think it was anything special, but then there were a lot of people who got really hyped about it. Like they just, yeah. I feel like it's split, people's opinions. Okay, so I think the strongest aspect of Where Your Eyes Linger was their acting. Agree or disagree? I think the best part of the show was their acting. Okay. And then, like some of you said, I think the weakest point of it was how shallow the storyline was, because it was so short and you can't really get into a lot of the characters or their lives with that short of a length of series. But when I watched it, I really liked it. It made me sad. But yeah, that one has a happy ending too, I guess, but getting there, that's the hard part. It's really sad. I felt really bad that they were separated for a while, but they got over it. I almost feel like Where Your Eyes Linger, I don't know, maybe it couldn't be a movie, but I definitely think that it could have another season. I don't know. I liked it, but yeah, I have the same thought about it, is that the storyline itself was very shallow. Like they weren't able to get into a lot of the details. Like we didn't know anything about the bodyguard's life really. I don't know. I guess my in conclusion for Where Your Eyes Linger is that they no, they don't die. It's a happy ending. So I guess I would recommend that too if you haven't seen it, because it is a happy ending. So you don't have to worry too much about that. But oh, I feel like you can finish all of these that I'm going to be mentioning in a day. I think I finished almost all of them in a day. Did they make the movie version of Where Your Eyes Linger? I know we'll get to Wish You in a second. Oh wait. I want to know how he became like the bodyguard too, and I feel like we would have benefited a lot from seeing their friendship when they were younger. But yeah, I guess my main thing with Where Your Eyes Linger is that I wanted more background information on the characters, and I wanted to see them in the past and how they became so close. Anyway, let me read these comments. This the plot of Where Your Eyes Linger is pretty simple too. Like the guy's family doesn't want them to be together. I don't know. I don't know how you would describe the plot. But yeah, okay. I'm seeing a lot of Color Rush comments, which we're gonna get to. There was another comment I wanted to read that I saw. It's not even about the length, but script writing, directing, and acting are just whatever. Thankfully, they're not offensive. I think the script writing thing, for me at least, because everyone's opinion is different, the script writing thing for me is like hit or miss. I think some of the Korean BLs I'm talking about had like really good script writing, and I think some were just like okay. Directing, I would have to watch some of them over again. I thought the acting was good in Where Your Eyes Linger. Mr. Heart, maybe it's not as good. But the they're not offensive part, that's why I wanted to read that comment, is because I was like, I mean, you're right. At least they're not offensive. Luckily, they're not offensive. Jose, you really want me to talk about my day? Okay, well, this is supposed to be about Korean BLs. Okay. Oh, my day. Anyway, maybe we'll get to that if my phone doesn't die. Okay. So far we covered Mr. Heart and Where Your Eyes Linger. Okay, so Wish You. I was so excited for Wish You because I used to be a big InFact stan. I used to run a blog dedicated to InFact. So when I saw that Song was going to be the main character in Wish You, that made me so happy. Like that, oh, that made me so happy. And then the guy from My Name. My Name is a really old K-pop group. Like I think a lot of people might not remember that group because they were very underrated. But the other guys from My Name. And then after I watched, I went back and listened to My Name's music. I was like, damn. I just felt so proud of Song though for getting that role because he deserved it. Anyway, and I know that Song and all of InFact are very progressive minded people. So I knew that he was going to do that role justice, but okay, Wish You. First off, I didn't know that Wish You was a series and then they put it together into a movie. I didn't know that because I only saw the movie because I was on Netflix the one night and I saw like the poster or whatever on Netflix and I was like, oh my god, that's that movie with the guy from In Fact, that BL. And so I like immediately watched it. So I didn't get to see the series where it was chopped up. I only saw the movie. But I've heard that the series felt very choppy, clearly. I can't imagine it being a series because the movie, I don't know. Okay. So, Wish You. Wish You. Let me read the comments first. Mm, okay. So, Stan Luna. Um, Wish You. I only saw the movie version that's on Netflix, and I guess they added 20 minutes onto the movie that weren't in the series. I have no idea what those 20 minutes could have been. But the movie, okay. My one big complaint about the movie, once again, has to do with the length. I feel like that movie could have been 3 hours long. Like I so badly wanted more from that movie. I wanted it to be longer. I wanted to see more of, I guess, just them together, like the progression of their friendship or relationship, business relationship. I don't know. I wanted so badly for more of that story. So I felt a little disappointed by it. But at the same time, I was like, it was cute, but I don't know. It was cute. I enjoyed watching it. And I really loved seeing Song from In Fact. And oh my gosh, Subin from Daoshabet is in it too. I really love seeing that. And I really loved the concept of a music producer and an aspiring K-pop idol being like a couple or getting cozy with each other. I really loved that storyline. So maybe I expected just more from that storyline in general, but my main thing with Wish You is that I wish it was longer. Because I wanted more. I liked it, so I wanted more. Stan Luna. Oh wait, I already read that. Yes, oh my gosh, that's true. It was hard to tell how much time was passing. That's it. I never knew, like I still don't know how long they knew each other before shit went down. I have no idea. I assume it's a long time if it was the span of the guy recording an album. But yeah, the pacing. The pacing was, to me, it was too fast, which is why I wanted more. Anyway. Oh, wait. What is Mr. Queen about? Mr. Queen? Okay. This man who travels back in time and finds himself in Joseon era. One thing about me is I love Joseon era dramas and movies. I hear noise outside my door. That's interesting. That storyline, Mr. Queen, right? That's really interesting to me. What is it on? Is it on Viki? Because Where Your Eyes Linger is on Viki, Mr. Heart's on Viki, and then Wish You is on Netflix. That sounds really interesting though. Watching illegal sites. I mean, honestly, like, I promise you I am still going to make a video about A Chance to Love because I finally, after dropping it twice, got myself to finish it. And I was going to talk a little in that video about how I am not entirely for BLs being put behind paywalls. Because not everyone has money for all these various subscription services. Okay. So, thoughts on Wish You. I think if you have spare time or like you want to watch it before you like fall asleep or something, that Wish You is just like a good movie to watch offhandedly. It's not that long and it's on Netflix. So I recommend it if you are into like the idea of a BL that kind of centers around a character being a K-pop idol. Like they really don't get into it, but just the concept of like the music industry. The thing that I think I liked the most about it was that it was about the music industry, and I'm really into music and I love anything that's music themed. So that was like the selling point for me, and Song from Impact being in it. So I guess if you're into like the music industry and just want to watch a BL movie, then I would recommend Wish You. But overall, I didn't think it was the best out of this list. I really wish it was. I wish it was better. Longer, not better, longer. Oh, I'm missing comments. No. For Mercedes. Interesting. Not the Kuhar and Santa talk. You guys, I didn't even know who Santa was. This is a little bit of an aside. I'm not going to get into this at all, but I saw the one TikTok that Kuhar and Santa were dancing in, and I like retweeted it, and I was like, this is like the first thing I'm seeing this morning. Like I wasn't prepared to see it. I had no idea who Santa was, like at all, no idea. And then someone DM'd me and was like, it told me who Santa was and that he's 17, and I was like, and then we had a little conversation about it. Had a little conversation. No, I saw the one where they were dancing to Kai's song, the song, which is a really good song. I didn't even know who the kid was until someone DM'd me about it, and we had a little conversation about it. But I'm not going to get into that right now. Chat anyway. The random Soda's hate comment is taking me out, like. Being an Impact fan. Impact have not been able to make music in a while, I feel like. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw music from them, but I was so invested in, like, their debut era. Oh god, I scrolled too far once again. Okay. Yeah, the thing that I think they're all overall lacking is that they should be longer. Okay, so discipline. Discipline is the this series was recommended to me by Stan Luna, who in my last live, and it's also a very easy watch. Like, it's very the episodes are very short. It's not specifically a BL, but there are like gay characters in it. One of the main characters, LGBT. It's like a coming of age LGBT web series. And not the sodas. Not the sodas. Okay. So Discipline. It's a Korean web series that I really, really recommend to all of you. I really, really recommend Discipline. I'm so distracted by the comments about Chris. I need to expose Chris. Oh my god. Friend zone. I'm just so sucked in by this side conversation right now. I need to read. So funny. Chris is one of, like, I didn't know anything about the actors when I was watching SOTUS. I wasn't at that point of being like in the BL fandom. I love it. I love it. Do your thing. I like SOTUS. If you saw my unpopular opinions video forever ago, I don't like Chris's character, but I do like SOTUS as a whole. I didn't like his character. I didn't see any redeeming qualities about it. And like I said, I didn't know anything about his offenses. He's sneezing somewhere right now. I love it. You guys, y'all need to chill, or what are the pariahs? Parade. They're gonna start coming after me, y'all. They already tried to. They already tried to. They put me, someone who is like a really big Chris fan put my put my username on like a list where they were like, block all these, they said report all these people for harassment. And I was like, I couldn't remember a time when I even tweeted something even like mildly bad about Chris. So it must have been the video where I was like, I don't like his character. Yeah, they did. It was funny. You know who told me about it? This isn't really like tea. I would not have even known about the hit list. That's exactly what it was. I would have not even known that it existed if fucking Chelsea, like the reactor, Chelsea, didn't send it to me. She literally sent it to me, was like, I don't know if you'll care, but like your name is on this block list. No, it wasn't even block list. It was a fucking report list. And so I was like, I was like, okay, that's cool that you had enough time to put that together, because I certainly wouldn't have had time to. Um, but good job. And I don't think anyone's Twitter was successfully terminated. I know that mine wasn't. Wow, that's a memory. But just in case my Twitter was tampered with, I went and like blocked a bunch of people. So I think if you go into my blocked accounts now, I have like literally like 200 like blocked Krista accounts. But that's a funny aside. Let me read the comments because I only saw some of them. That's a funny memory. That really is. The piranhas. How do you pronounce it? Pariahs? I sound stupid right now. I've just never heard anyone say it out loud, so I don't know how it's pronounced. Yo, don't even get me started on Until We Meet Again. I think it's pretty clear that I'm like Until We Meet Again's biggest stan. You had an industrial piercing because of wind. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. The Krista side was actually very funny. Thank you for cheering me up. What was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah. Okay. Discipline. This Korean web series is called Discipline, and it's very, very good. The characters, I was really shocked because I don't think that they had a big budget for the show, but you really cannot tell. And the actors are very, very good. Like, they're so organic, their acting. I guess it's more of like an indie drama. Like, it's a coming of age indie drama sort of thing. And there's the first season, which is just called Discipline. And it's about, a group of friends, some of them LGBT. And then there's a second season that is the same, like some of the same cast, but it's centered around vampires. And it's called Discipline Z, I believe. Discipline Z. Yes. The second season is called Discipline Z, and it's about vampires, which it's on YouTube. Discipline's on YouTube. And I went into the vampire one thinking that it was gonna be so like cheesy, and I guess it is a little, but it actually is really good. Like, I cannot emphasize enough how good the acting is and how it just feels, even though this storyline centers around like vampires or whatever, it still feels so like real, if that makes sense. It's so good. So if you're not into like vampires and stuff like that, then you could just watch the first season. Because the main characters, really only the one character has a lot of screen time in the second season because it's a completely different storyline, but I thought it was really good. Yeah, the first season is not about vampires, which is why I was so taken off guard by the second season being about vampires, but, well, I guess specifically about one vampire, but I liked it. No, honestly, it's not horror. it's very campy. I think that's the perfect word to describe the season 2. It's very campy. And yeah, it's not like horror. There's not anything like scary about it. I can't remember. I think there are bed scenes in both season 1 and 2. But yeah, it's about like a group of friends, so it's not just the gay character and his boyfriend, love interest. But yeah, that's on YouTube. Let me see how easy it is to just like does it just come up when you type that in? Discipline. Wow, I can't spell. Yeah, if you type in like discipline BL, it's like the first one to come up. The characters are all really, really likable. And I think you should all watch it because I don't have anyone really to talk about it with except for Stan Luna. So yeah, that was it's not technically just like a BL, but there's the BL couple in it, and I think it's done very well. I'm laughing at Parm being a low-key freak because I know what you mean. I didn't finish it, but I started reading the Until We Meet Again book because I love it so much. Ooh, werewolves. Maybe if they had another season. I don't remember like who the company or like studio who's in charge of it is called, because it's a very like indie low-key production, but the quality is surprisingly very good. I was just thinking about Three Will Be Free and how there could be another season. I don't know what exactly would happen. Yeah, you can watch like for Discipline, you can watch just like the first season, not the other one, or you could watch the second season and not the other one. They're not, if you want like more of the gay characters storyline, then watch both, but they can technically be watched separately. Okay. I'm still thinking about the Chris hit list. Okay. This is the one that I just binge watched. Color Rush. You should watch Dracula. It's a lesbian mini drama. The one who. Oh, is that the one with is Soyoung? Suya? Is that who it is? Because I remember my friend talking about a drama like that. Yeah, okay. I heard of that one. I did hear of that one. My friend sent me a clip of it because she's a Girls' Generation stan. And I was like, ooh, maybe I should watch it. I still need to listen to Dreamcatcher's new song. I was shook because SHINee has a song called Odd Eye, so I was like, yay. That's the end of my thought on that. Yay. Okay, Color Rush. I can only find Discipline Z. Yeah, whenever I just typed Discipline and then BL, and the first one for me that came up was the first season. Let me check again. Because I really... Discipline. By the way, I keep spelling discipline wrong when I type it in. Yeah, the first episode is called Mad Night. The web drama itself, like Discipline, the first season, it says it was 2 years ago, but like Discipline Z was like 2 months ago. So I guess the first season is a little old, but the second season is relatively New. I have too many tabs open. Okay. Color Rush. Oh my gosh. Color Rush. I love Hyona's new song too. I really, really love it. I've been listening to it nonstop today. Color Rush. Okay. Thoughts on Color Rush? I really liked it. I really, really liked it. I think the storyline is really unique, and my dumbass, listen to this. My dumbass, I was watching like I was maybe on like episode 2, and I was like, wait a second, is this real? I was like, is this real? Like, I was like, can some people only see gray? And then there's some, I feel so stupid. I don't even want to say this because I feel so dumb saying it. I was literally on like maybe starting the second episode, and I was like, wait a second, is this real? Like, are there actually in real life people who can only see gray? And then like sometimes like the vision of someone or something it like triggers them to see color. Right? I really did think of, at least I'm not the only one. I mean, I learned very quickly, but I was like, my ass was literally like, is that a thing? No, it's not. But yeah, Color Rush. So the storyline of Color Rush is so unique, and I love it so much. And that's another series where I recognized the main actors from K-pop. So the one was in The Boys. And then the other one, is he an actor? I can't remember. I want to know that too, if people really have facial recognition disorder. I feel like that, let's Google it. Let's do some. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. Okay. See, I knew there was some truth to the storyline. Not the whole Color Rush thing, but yeah, let me look it up. Can I make my computer say that word? Pronunciation. I don't think my volume's on.
Prosopagnosia.
Oh.
Prosopagnosia.
That. Oh, let me. I had my live volume on too. Prosopagnosia. That's interesting. I think some people can only see gray. Like, I swear that's a thing. How would you search that? Is only see. I swear my FBI agent must think I'm like the dumbest bitch in the world. Ooh. Okay, no, that's not what we wanted. I'm not talking gray as in like as in a philosophy. If being a scientist is Googling stuff, then yes. Can only males be colorblind? Is that true? Should we Google that too? women can be colorblind. Can. We're learning today on the live. Color blindness isn't common in females because there's a low likelihood that a female will inherit both genes required for the condition. So yeah, it's very rare that biological women will be colorblind. Wow, I didn't know that. See, we're learning. We're learning. But yeah, my ass. When it got to the actual color rush part, that's when I was like, you were so dumb for even like thinking that monos and probes were a thing. Biology class. Okay, class. So I went to school with someone who was colorblind. And it didn't seem to hinder him that much, but I don't know if there are like, are there different like levels to being colorblind? Kind of like blindness in general. Are there like, I don't know if there are different levels. Should we look that up too? Yeah, there are different types of color blindness. Okay. See? I'm learning. A painter who is colorblind? That's something that I feel like Vice would do a documentary on or something. My lips were chapped. Whoa. This is so cool. I'm learning so much about color blindness. Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so we talked about Where Your Eyes Linger, Mr. Heart, Wish You, and Discipline, which I'm just gonna say again, I really suggest Discipline. But yeah, Color Rush. Color Rush, I love the storyline so much, and I was not at all expecting it to get a little creepy and sadistic, but I love that it did. And I think that I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I think that it deserves a second season because it kind of ended on a cliffhanger, because you're still wondering what happened to his missing mom and if they're ever going to find out about it. And I kind of wanted to see the aunt. I kind of wanted to see the aunt's investigation. Like, I wanted to see her storyline, but obviously since it's really short, they wanted to focus on the BL couple. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that scene in Color Rush where they go to the guy's house and look at the painting of his mom. I love that scene so much. I really liked Color Rush mostly for the storyline. I think that was its strongest aspect, is that it's so unique. The actual color, what do you think about the actual depiction of the color rush? Because my ass was like, oh, this is so dramatic. And I don't know, do you think that the color rush depiction was too, I don't know, was too upbeat? compared to the rest of the series because it did take kind of a dark turn. Because the first time that happened in that show when they're in the classroom, I was like, what? Like, I was so confused. I was so confused. Oh, good night. Anyway. I really want to watch Tale of a Thousand Stars. I wanted to watch it today, but my sister didn't have time to watch with me, so maybe tomorrow. I wanted to watch it with her because she really likes Earth, or else I would just probably watch it by myself. To me, the plot in Color Rush was weak. Don't you guys think that everything got solved too easily and quickly? I'm not sure if there was anything that was really solved. Like, we learned about the characters and both of their struggles and why they become so attached to each other. But that's why I say that these Korean BLs need more length, is because when you are dealing with like a short amount of time in an episode, the conflicts and the build up and plot resolution will feel more rushed because it's so shallow. So yeah, in a way, I guess it did get solved easily, but I'm also like, what was there really to solve? Like, I really wanted to know what happened to his mom, and all we saw were like flashes of her like drowning or something. And it kind of made me wonder if like, I don't know, like, I think they have to do a season 2 of Color Rush, right? Like, there were just so many unanswered questions. I think my main critique for Color Rush is that it needed to be longer. Because then we would have seen more and it wouldn't have felt as rushed. Which is very similar to stuff that I've said about the other ones. So, yeah, that's also why I think Mr. Heart was perfect. Like, I think the pacing and everything for Mr. Heart was really good. Color rushed. Stop. Yeah. Ooh, do you guys want to talk about where your name engraved herein? That's what it is. Your name engraved herein. Because I watched that one as soon as it was put on Netflix, like as soon as it was. Your name engraved herein. Okay, so closing thoughts on Color Rush is that I guess in a way it did feel rushed, because I wanted to see more. Anyway, that pretty much concludes the TED Talk on Korean BLs. But since we're here, y'all want to talk about your name engraved herein? Okay, so I believe that this one was your name engraved herein also cut up as a series? Or was it not? I can't remember. I only saw what was on Netflix. Yeah, I just saw the movie on Netflix. That's my favorite scene, the scene where he was playing the music over the phone. Oh, that's the scene that got me. I was like, oh, I can't with y'all. Oh my gosh, wait. Okay, before we talk about Your Name Engraved Herein, yes, I agree with this. The thing about the mono being a danger to the probe was so dramatic. The guy thought of kidnapping the other and even tried to kill himself, and then got that. I will say that felt a little rushed. Like, I don't know. He did seem the mono. He did seem to get really attached very quickly. But I kind of looked at it as like an addiction. I guess when you develop an addiction, it can happen very quickly before you even know it. So that's kind of how I viewed it, but I do somewhat agree with that. Anyway. The shower scene was, okay, yeah, okay. Your Name Engraved Herein. Overall, I really liked it. I really liked it. I watched it like when it was, I mean, it's like newly on Netflix, but I watched it not that long ago. And I feel like I need to watch it again because it took me 3 nights to watch. Because I would take my sleep aid and then I would watch until I fell asleep. So I think I don't entirely remember the impact of all of the scenes. At least maybe not the ones I was falling asleep on. So I think I need to watch it again. But overall, I really liked it. Cinematography, production value, all of that was so good. So good. So there's nothing really to critique there. Okay, I was reading the comments. So, did you guys notice? I didn't notice this until I looked up the cast afterwards, but did you guys realize that Chris Wu is in that movie? Because I literally, when I went on the cast list and saw that Chris Wu was in it, I was like, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. And then he's the guy's older brother. The one who is, he's the guy's older brother. I can't remember his name. Fuck, I can't remember the character's name. He's the yeah, he's the brother who is like an overachiever. When they're having dinner together, he's like talking about like school and stuff, and he has glasses on. I didn't recognize him because of the glasses and the way his hair is styled, because from like History Trapped, we're so used to seeing Chris Wu with like the really perfected gelled back hair, but he has just like his regular hair. So yeah, I didn't even I feel kind of bad. I didn't even realize that it was Chris Wu until I looked at the cast list afterwards. But at least I wasn't the only one. Anyway. I can't really say anything about Ton-chan because I didn't watch it. But people wanted me to watch it and make a video about it because of some, I guess, offensive, problematic things in it. So I probably will, just to make a video like that. But yeah, Your Name Engraved Herein. Who was your favorite character in Your Name Engraved Herein? My favorite character was the priest, the father. He was my favorite character. Hate watched it. That makes me really sad that it wasn't good, because that was one that a lot of the novel readers and stuff were looking forward to. So it makes me sad that it wasn't good. But yeah, I loved the father, Father Oliver, correct? That's his name, right? Father Oliver. I really liked his character because from like the first scene that he's in, I was like, oh, he has internalized homophobia. Like, it might just be my sensor, you know, I know internalized homophobia, so can see it. Um, but I knew that that was the internalized homophobia the whole time, and I was like, "Oh, I really feel bad for his character as well." And yeah, I need to watch it again. But that telephone, playing the song over the telephone, that was definitely my favorite scene. And for the strongest aspect of that series, or not series, for that movie, for me, I really like movies that span a character's entire life. So it like shows them maybe growing up or in their adolescence, and then they get old and life comes at them fast and hard. I really like movies like that. So for me, I liked the storyline because even though it wasn't as unique, you know, it's a pretty realistic tale that has been told many times of just like two people not being able to be together because of the circumstances that they grew up in. So it's not a unique storyline, but I liked it because of that. I'm always I'm always into watching movies and series like that. So I guess I liked the storyline, even though it's not super unique. It doesn't really have to be, I guess. Weakest point? I don't know. I actually, now that I think about it, I don't even know if I have like a big enough critique for that movie because I really liked it. I liked the ending of Your Name Engraved Herein too. I know that some people, I guess, wanted a definitive like them getting together, but I was okay with how it ended. And the ending, it really made me sad. Um, it really made me sad, even though it's, I guess it's a bittersweet ending. It's not like the saddest ending, but it's not the happiest either. So I would say it's bittersweet. But yeah, their younger selves singing at the end. Oh, I loved it. I think I don't have any big critiques of Your Name Engraved Herein now that I think about it. Like, I really liked it. I really liked it. And the song, the OST, whatever, the song from it is so good. I love my ballads. You guys, I've had this video ranking BL OSTs in my video editing program for like probably like 2 to 3 weeks now, and I just haven't gotten around to finishing it, even though it's like an easier video to edit. I've just been sad. I've been unmotivated. But anyway, let me look at the comments. I like bittersweet endings. I really do. I saw something about that too, saying that it was based on the writer's personal experiences, or yeah, I saw something about that. Oh, me trying to read through y'all's conversations. Oh my gosh, so after I watched Your Name Engraved Herein, of course I had to tweet about it because I was like, you guys, I need to know your thoughts about this movie. I loved it. And a couple people said that it reminded them of Call Me by Your Name, which I was like, I didn't I didn't think of Call Me by Your Name at all. I can see the similarity with the phone thing now, like I see that, but I personally don't think they're alike at all. I read Call Me by Your Name, the book, and I've watched the movie a bunch of times. Call Me by Your Name, honestly, I don't really like the movie. I think it brings up a lot of moral questions. But the book I really, really like. I love the book because it goes more in depth onto the effects the really detrimental effects, honestly, that the relationship had on them. Call Me by Your Name is a really pretty movie. Italy is just such a pretty place. But I liked the book more than the movie. And I didn't see any similarities between Call Me by Your Name, the movie, and Your Name Engraved Herein, other than the phone scene. But yeah, there were a couple people who commented that, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. Phone scenes are used a lot. There definitely is the one from Do the Movie also. Dear Ex, isn't that the one on, I think I watched that. Isn't that the one on Netflix where the parents get a divorce and the kid lives with the dad's boyfriend, right? Is that what it was? It's something like that, like Dear Ex, yeah. It's the kid's parents get divorced because the dad's gay, and then the kid ends up living with the dad's boyfriend. And like the dad's boyfriend takes care of him. And the mom like resents the dad's boyfriend, but then as I remember, I think they ended up getting on like good terms from what I can remember. But yeah, that's a good movie. That's an award-winning movie, like actually. I really like that movie. I recommend that if you haven't seen it. It's on Netflix. It's Taiwanese, correct? Right? Dear Ex, let me see. Yeah, it's a Taiwanese movie. It's really good. You know, the Taiwanese ones are always so good. What was the other one I saw mentioned? Oh, was it just Do? I like Dear Ex. It's a good movie. What? How? Okay, yeah, that's the other one. Thank you for commenting that. That's the other one I was thinking of. How to Win at Checkers. That one's, what year did that come out? That one's like considered old now. But How to Win at Checkers is a Thai movie. Yeah, okay. That's a really good movie too. How to Win at Checkers is about these two, I guess, boys who fall in love with each other, but it's around the time of the draft, the mandatory draft in Thailand that like everyone has to go through, and they like, if you pick like a certain color card, it means that you were automatically drafted into the military. So that's like a short version of it. And then there's I'm trying to think else. There's like a drug abuse in it, and like club life. How to Win at Checkers is on Netflix. That movie won some awards too, I believe. It's really good. But yeah, like you guys said, it is on the sad side. It is on the sad side. I recommend it though. I think it's a good movie. It's very professional. If you don't feel like being sad right this moment, then maybe not. But when you're in an okay headspace, or if you're like me and you like watching sad stuff when you're sad. But yeah, I recommend that one. Ooh, what other? Now I'm thinking about Netflix. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wait, let me read your comments first. Yeah, I believe the military draft in Thailand is still a thing. Yeah. The thing is, it seems like it's very easy for celebrities to get out of the draft and people with money also pay to get out of it, which what won't rich people do? But yeah. More here in Mexico, the draft is more voluntary because you can skip doing it, kind of. Yeah. In the US, the military is it's not mandatory, but at a lot of high schools, military people, like spokespeople from the military, will come to the school all the time, and there will pretty much always be a table for like military or Marines or something. There will pretty much always be a table with military representatives giving out like pamphlets and stuff and trying to recruit kids, which honestly feels very predatory to me. But that's a big thing. That's a big thing in like American high schools, is they'll target kids who maybe have behavioral issues or maybe don't have like the best grades, or they just like learn differently. And they target they target people from like poor and low income neighborhoods, because you know, when you're in the military, your education is paid for and everything, and it's just something that you can do and throw yourself into after high school. But yeah, the military in the US is honestly very predatory. I don't support it. But yeah, at least it's not mandatory. I can't imagine the outroar there would be if it was mandatory. Yeah. If the if mandatory, or the military is mandatory for like everyone, I would not make it in. Oh. Oh. Okay, my battery is kind of dying, but we're still here. Yeah, I would not make it in because of health issues. But yeah, okay. Have you guys, this isn't a BL, but I need to know because I binge watched this show. It's a Netflix show. Has anyone seen Alice in Borderland? Please tell me someone in this chat has seen Alice in Borderland, because I'm a little obsessed with it right now. And by a little, I mean a lot obsessed. It's the only thing on my mind. So I found out about Alice in Borderland from TikTok. I was on TikTok and people kept obsessing over the one character who has like tattoos, and he's a bad character, by the way. Like, he's not a good character. But people were obsessing over the one character, and I was like, oh, this looks like cool and alternative, and I'm really trying to get serious about learning more Japanese and just acclimating myself more, because I used to be like a big anime watcher and stuff, but I feel like I don't consume as much Japanese media anymore. So I'm trying to get really serious about like doing lessons and stuff and learning. So I decided to watch it between that and the TikTok. But okay, so Alice in Borderland is, let me see how I could explain it. Alice in Borderland is about this kid named Arisu, and he has these two friends, right? And him and his friends are all kind of like just walking through life. Like, there isn't really anything that they're passionate about. None of them live like very conventional Japanese lifestyles. Like, for example, the main character, he just like, he doesn't have a job. He stays at home and plays video games all day, but he's very, very smart. And he especially is very smart when it comes to math and geometry, but he just like doesn't apply himself or anything. And then his other friend works at a bar. So yeah, he works at a bar. And is like a tough guy sort of person. And then his other friend has an office job, but is very like not into the office job and just like wants to fool around and do stuff. Like the first episode is literally him skipping work. So yeah, it's about these three friends, and it starts off with them like they're skipping. The one gets fired, the one who works at the bar gets fired, and then they like all want to go out drinking and have fun, and they start like acting up in Shibuya, which Shibuya is where, you know, that like really huge iconic crosswalk is in Japan. It is featured in like everything. That's like where Shibuya Station is. So they're like fooling around there, and so they get in trouble with the police. So they're running from the police, and they run into a bathroom stall, and they're like hiding from the police, and then all of a sudden the power goes out. And they're like, oh, there's a power outage, and like where the police officer that was chasing us goes. And so they go out, and everyone's gone. Like, it was, Shibuya was like filled with people, and just like everyone's gone, and they're the only ones left. And so it's so good. They're the only ones left. And so they're just like fooling around, doing their thing. You know, right? I was trying to think of what I would do in that situation, and I really don't know. But yeah, at the end of the day, or at nighttime, the huge like screen, the Shibuya Station screen goes up, and it's like, welcome to the game, we're starting the game. And long story short, there are some people left in Tokyo who, along with them, and they all are forced to play games to survive. And the games are like, it's not tag. Well, there is one that is tag, but they're like games where you can die. Like they're very life-threatening, complicated games. Which actually the main kid, he excels. He's the one who like figures out a lot of them because he's very smart. And a lot of them are brain games. It reminded me of Saw. Like the games that they had to play, and then after they play the games, they receive a card from like a deck of cards. And so the different like spades, hearts, the different cards represent different kind of games. So like the heart card represents like games where you have to like emotionally manipulate people. And then one of them is like physical activities, like physical endurance. And then another one are like brain games. So like, and then they all have like, the number of the card is how difficult the game is. And then I'm trying to think what other important things you need to know about it. Yeah, so they find out that they're not the only ones left in Tokyo, but there definitely aren't as many people as before, and they're trying to figure out where all the people who disappeared went. Some of them like people who they want to see, like the friend who works at the bar wanted to propose to his girlfriend, but she's gone. And so everyone has like their own motivations of like people they want to see again by like winning the game. But there doesn't ever seem to be like an end to the game. Which, yeah, there still doesn't seem to be an end to the game. But that's, yeah, without giving spoilers, that's pretty much it. Trying to think what else. Yeah, oh my god, it's such a good show. Like, I'm sure everyone who has watched it will agree that it is such a good show. Ugh. I don't even know what to say about it. It's also a show where like all the characters are pretty likable, like except for the dude who goes crazy with his gun and has the piercings and the tattoos, like like even the villains you kind of like, which is why people like that character. But I recommend that. Not a BL, but a Japanese series on Netflix, Alice in Borderland. I suggest it. Now I'm just thinking of other suggestions. What have I watched recently? What have you watched recently on like Netflix or Viki that you were like, oh, that's really good? Not me going on. Has anyone watched Game Boys Level Up yet? I thought about watching Sweet Home. Game Boys Level Up. I haven't actually watched it yet because the episodes are all like longer than the original. I'm about to go on my Netflix and look at what I've watched. Where's my remote? I had to take, okay. I had to take a little bit of a break from BL, unless it's like a movie, which is why I watched the movies so quickly and the Korean ones, because they're all relatively short. Bye. Restart. What is that? I keep seeing so many people talking about True Beauty. What is Sweet Home about? Like whenever the little preview plays, I guess it's about like monsters or something. I don't know. I feel like all the shows that I end up watching are like not anything that I expected at all. But not in a bad way. Restart. Did I type that incorrectly? Oh, is it restart after come back home? Let's see. Kozuka quits his job in Tokyo and decides to return to his hometown in his country for the he meets I'm gonna bookmark that. I'm gonna bookmark it. What did you watch that on? Restart. What was it on? 7 Days. I've heard of that one. I think I tried to watch that one a while ago. It's on a fan subber site. I'm pretty good at finding movies. So I'm sure I could find it. Is it on like, oh, what is it? Is it on Kiss Asian? I don't know why I forgot the name. I feel like they have everything. It probably is. It sounds interesting though. Like I said, I really want to watch more Japanese shows. There's my Netflix. Welcome to my TED Talk. Oh, see, Sweet Home is the first one that came up. It's Korean, right? Yeah. I feel like I love watching like creepy horror stuff. So if it's like creepy horror-ish about monsters, then I probably will end up watching it. I keep saying Uncanny Counter as well. I guess that one is about like Grim Reaper, which sounds really interesting too. Is your sister Leo? No, we're both Pisces. We hate Leos. No offense if anyone's a Leo, but both of our parents are Leos and it just, No, me and my sister are both Pisces. Our birthdays are, my birthday is March 19th and her birthday is March 17th. And no, that was not planned. But yeah, we're both Pisces. I'm a cusp Pisces though. So I'm like a Pisces Aries. But mostly Pisces. The Aries is just like anger issues, I feel like. Yeah. Yeah, my astrology stuff makes a lot of sense. Leo vibes. I told my sister, because we've been looking at people's birth charts recently, and I told her that she seems like an Aries. My main Aries thing is like anger, and I can be kind of chaotic sometimes, but I'm definitely way more of a Pisces. Bye. I should probably sleep soon too, but I'm gonna wait until my phone starts to die more. Okay, so Uncanny Counter. Has anyone watched it? Because that's another one that I'm like, should I watch? No? It says, okay, the summary says hungry demons, endangered humans, and one unlikely team of determined grim reapers. So it looks like it's about a bunch of I don't know, young adults who are grim reapers. And I don't know. Sometimes I swear summaries are not good. Like I swear the summaries are not good sometimes. Why is that under new releases? Is a new season out yet? Why is that like that? No. They have Kingdom under new releases, but it's not new. I already watched it. Not Kiss Asian. But honestly, yes, Kiss Asian. Kingdom is so good. I love zombies. That's my favorite movie genre, series genre is zombies. Very specific. Bye. I always say this, but I need to do a live slightly earlier. It's just that my house is so loud and chaotic. Honestly, the Kiss Asian pop-ups make me laugh. I like them. The anime bitches in your area. Let's see. Okay, wait, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want... You guys, I still cannot talk myself into watching The Untamed because of how long it is. Like I know 100% that I would like it, but I still can't talk myself into getting into it because I know it's gonna be in a time investment. What else came up? Interesting. What is this? Into the... Oh no. No. Oh. This one is a Korean movie called Save Me. And it says, the cult enticed, trapped, then broke her family. She needs an escape plan. Ooh, so it sounds like a cult religion. I'm really fascinated by like cults. So that actually sounds really interesting. It's a series though. That means a time investment. You finished it in like a month. I took like a relatively big break from BL so that I could binge watch every season of Shameless before the series ends forever. And I think it took me like a month to binge watch Shameless, and I love it. I'm gonna do, because you know we don't have money to be thrown around at subscriptions, so I think I'm gonna wait until the last episode of this final season of Shameless, and then I'm going to do a free trial of Showtime. Because that's what the smart choice would be. I was gonna say I have no life too. I don't know if it's that I have no life or that I just procrastinate a lot in life. Do you guys have that thing where do you have that thing where you'll comfort watch things that you've watched 100 times instead of watching something new, because it just like sometimes watching something new is just like too anxiety inducing, and like I just don't want to wrap my head around it, so I go back and watch something I already watched. Yeah, I do that with music too. I do that all the time. I did that not that long ago with Until We Meet Again. I watched all of it. I'm thinking about doing the same thing with Two Moons too, because that show was very nostalgic for me. By the way, speaking of Two Moons, I was on my friend. She has a BL podcast. They started up not that long ago, and she invited me on. Oh, shit. Okay, I really have to go soon, but my friend has a BL podcast. She invited me on. And so that episode is coming out on February 2nd. And I talked all about Two Moons and like literally any Two Moons drama you could think of. Two Moons 1, 2, the upcoming 3. We talked about all that. So if you want the tea on Two Moons, we talked a little about My Day too. A controversy with My Day. That Filipino BL. So February 2nd, I will definitely be blasting my episode of the podcast everywhere because I'm very excited about it. But yeah, I think you guys should honestly go subscribe to their YouTube. Their podcast is called Lovecast. So if you just, here, let me see if it comes up if I just type it in. So I'm typing in Lovecast BL podcast, and it should be the first thing that comes up. Yes, yes. So yeah, if you want to get ready for the episode that I'm going to be on February 2nd, please go subscribe to Lovecast, the BL podcast. I'm so excited about it. And oh my gosh, they're gonna have, you guys know Perth from My Engineer. They're having him on for an episode too. I think the one after mine. So I'm really excited about it, and I feel very honored that I'm like the guest before Perth because I love I love Perth. And I was really excited that they were getting him on the show. That's so cool. But yeah, that's coming out. I like Two Moons. I think because I was so invested in the cast. Like outside of the show, I really liked the cast, and it was the first Thai BL that my sister and I like sat down together and watched. So it's like, I think it's mostly nostalgia for me about Two Moons. There is talk about Two Moons 3 being a thing. There was a Twitter page open for Two Moons 3, but I don't think that Twitter page is public yet. But as far as I know, the Two Moons 3 is going to focus on a different storyline. Like, it's not going to be the same characters. But yeah, all the main actors have left or are leaving Motive Village, which I talk about in the podcast episode that's coming out. But yeah. The whole, what else have I rewatched instead of watching something new? Right? Good for them. Until We Meet Again is my big one that I rewatched and was, even though it's sad, I felt like happy watching it because I like it. Yeah, Ben and Pavel are stuck. they still have a good amount of months left. I feel sad for them. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something and I lost my train of thought. Dang it. I can't even think about what it was about. I think I'm most definitely gonna make a video about Love by Chance season 2, as I said earlier, because I have a lot of thoughts on it, but yeah. My phone's probably gonna die soon, but if you guys have any thoughts about season 2 of Love by Chance, tell me it, because I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts about the show itself, and then I have a lot of thoughts about the way the show was distributed. I thought about making my own podcast. I thought about that a while ago. My thing at the time was I felt like I didn't have the equipment to make a podcast and for it to be the level of quality that I would want it to be, but my stepdad got me a mic for Christmas. I have like not really used, well, I used it a little, like I haven't used it for a video yet, but I used it in the Pearl Next Door live stream. And I tested it out by recording a diss rap that my sister made against me. So I'm not entirely, like, I'm not 100% on how to use the mic yet. I think I know the basics, but I have thought about making a podcast. I think before I make a podcast, I might want to invest in a good video camera. I thought that my camera that I got last year would be good for taking video, but it's really not. It's only good for taking photos. So I think that if I ever do a podcast, I might invest in a camera first, so that the quality is better. And I know that I could just do like voice, but I don't know about you guys, but the podcasts that I watch like the video. Even if it's just them sitting there, I watch like the video versions of podcasts. So I watch like Mile Higher podcast from Kendall Ray. I watch the Frenemies. I watch H3 and the Frenemies podcast. Yeah, I prefer watching them. I really like visual stuff, so that's why I think I would want to make mine visual as well. Maybe not, I don't know. I thought about it. I asked my one friend, she is doing 2 podcasts right now. My best friend is doing 2 podcasts right now, so I might ask her more about it. My friend is, well, 2 of my friends, they do this podcast where they read bad reviews of products. And then my best friend also does a podcast where her and one of her friends talk about Twilight. So at this point, I feel like everyone I know has a podcast except for me, which makes me want to start it. I have plans, but I don't know. I know that it would be a lot of planning, definitely. I guess it just all comes down to first me investing in a camera and then me having motivation, which that second part is actually harder said than done. Anyway, Love by Chance, since I asked you guys. Love by Chance was disappointing, yes. Can we pretend Love by Chance doesn't exist? Yes. Love by Chance. There were things I liked about it. There honestly were, but the pros certainly did not outweigh the cons. They certainly did not outweigh it. Good night. I need to go to sleep soon too, but I'm gonna finish my thought on Love by Chance. Like I said, I'll probably make a video about it. I just have to figure out the copyright so that Wabi Sabi doesn't come at me with like a strike, or I guess Vicky would, not Wabi Sabi. But yeah, the whole tin can story starting over really threw me off. I hated it, genuinely. I feel like I mostly watched the show for Perth. But the aspect of the show that I really, really liked was Tin and his brother and their former servant. I love that storyline. I loved that storyline so much. I would get, I would be like dragging myself through the episode, and then they would cut to like Tin's brother, and then I'd be like, okay, it's interesting again. So there were some things I liked like that, but not enough for me to honestly ever recommend it to people. And in a way, it really tainted how I felt about Love by Chance. Like, you guys probably know Love by Chance has always been my favorite drama, but I'm starting to think not anymore because it tainted it so badly. Anyway, any final thoughts? Because I really do need to plug in my phone. Any final thoughts on literally anything that we covered? Korean, what did we talk about? We always have to recap. We always have to recap. Korean BLs, we talked about. Talked about how they pretty much all need to be longer because they're mostly very shallow, the storylines and the character development. Talked about the Netflix movies. I really recommend How to Win at Checkers, or yeah, that's what it's called, right? How to Win at Checkers Every Time or something. And I really recommend Dear Ex. I want to watch Restart. I really want to watch it. It sounds like the kind of storyline I would like. Any new actors should stay far away from Motor Village. Yeah, they should. I literally tweeted that I'm praying for them like in advance. Like, we don't even know yet, but I'm praying for them. It just sucks because I know that they're going to seriously take advantage of newcomers to the industry and young people who are very desperate to make a mark and make their way in the industry. They're just really going to take advantage of that. And it makes me sad. And I would hope that new actors would see what happened with the cast of season 1 and 2 and steer clear of it. But sometimes you're desperate to make it. I don't blame anyone for being desperate to make it in the industry. I don't think I could put myself in that position. What are the Vietnamese? I've heard people mention them. Actually, in the podcast that I'll be on, I think they talked about them a little. What are the names of some of the Vietnamese BLs right now? I guess I could technically go on my favorite website, my drama list. Vietnamese. I swear I know how to spell. I just have trouble typing sometimes. My drama list. Wow, I love not being able to spell. You are my boy. Nothing came up. You are my boy. Vietnamese. Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh, they're kind of cute. What is You're My Boy about? Because it didn't come up with a summary. Yeah, what's You're My Boy about? Hey rival, I love you. I've noticed that the most effective method for me catching up with BLs is to watch them by ethnicity or market. So like I told myself I was gonna watch all the Korean BLs, and I did that. And I just felt more accomplished. Like I'm very obsessive compulsive, so like if I feel like I'm finishing and completing like a list or a mission, I'm more likely to jump into it. A celebrity and a coffee shop manager. Ooh. Okay. Hey rival, I love you. Why is my drama list needs to get on top of this because I'm not getting any summaries on these other websites. Oh, Vietnam has a GL coming soon. Really? I'm gonna make a video about GLs also. It's gonna be like a rant video. Because I got very upset about Game Boy's fans not supporting Pearl Next Door, so yeah, I'm gonna do a rant video about GL and BL fans. Yeah, why doesn't my drama list have any of them? I feel like they have everything except for Vietnamese. Not the discrimination. Okay, Jose. One of my comfort shows that I want to rewatch is Happy Birthday. So if you want to watch it at the same time, just say when, because it's always easier for me to watch a comfort series instead of a new one. Yeah, that's another one. I've been wanting to rewatch Happy Birthday. And then I want to make a video about Happy Birthday and what it teaches us about loss. Vietnamese. It's so crazy to me how many markets in Asia are getting into BL. It's crazy. We're getting a lot of good stuff. A lot of throwaway stuff too. Oh my gosh. Happy birthday. If you want to watch a good GMM TV series, watch Happy Birthday. It's very good. Very good. But be ready to be emotionally drained, and observe that there are some very heavy topics tackled in it. But yeah. Anyway, I have these. I need to bookmark. I'm gonna bookmark You Are My Boy. And then the other one took me to an amino page. Anyway, yeah. It's weird how it's not a big thing and yeah. The comment about scam. It also brings in to question what you consider as BL. Okay, wait. Because of You. Is this the one I'm thinking of? This has to be the one I'm thinking of. Okay. Ooh. Okay. It's Because of You good? I saw people earlier praising it. Is it good? Because I will bookmark that too. And it's on Viki, so. Okay, yeah, it's on Viki, which I can watch it on my TV now that I put the little Viki app on my TV. uh, it's also too short. Because of You is, it's easy for me to watch short things, but then there's the critique of it, the plot being shallow. Okay. So I'm literally typing in what you guys are saying and then bookmarking everything. Okay, wait. Let me copy and paste. All this stuff has English subs too. That's so crazy because I remember having to wait for subs not even that long ago. I wonder if, oh gosh, why is my thing doing that? Okay. I want to watch a Vietnamese drama, like BL, that really impresses me. Because I think it'll help me learn more about the culture. Because I always like to think that I'm very educated in like different Asian cultures, but I'm honestly not so much on Vietnamese culture, so I think I would learn a lot. Have very bad English subs. I feel like I'm used to reading bad English subs. Okay. Yeah. In conclusion, I talked about Korean BLs. Now we're talking about Vietnamese BLs. I will say we didn't get too off topic today though, so. And the aside about Chris really made me laugh, so thank you for that. Ugh. There's so many BLs, guys. There's so many. Okay. Okay. Let me X out of all my stuff I'm not using. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my impromptu live that I wasn't sure I was gonna do. But I'm glad I did. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about all these Korean BLs since I watched Color Rush, and I don't think I would be able to do a physical video on them because Viki is so strict with copyright. But I did want to talk about them, so thank you for watching. I know it's late, but it's okay to get to sleep in. Is it good? Okay. I have some of that stuff bookmarked. I will get back to you in a live. I'm about to just take suggestions from my lives now, but yes, thank you for watching. Good night, or good morning, or good afternoon. Yeah, bye. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.